Hi, my name is Ruth Phipps. I was born in 1928 and I have many stories to tell. Today I'm telling about my mom. She was my hero. She was born back in 1908 and things were very different then. They had no electricity, no plumbing, not even a radio. Of course, TV I don't guess was even heard of. So the stories I know about my mom, she has told me. And one of the stories I remember is that when she was only 9 years old, she started plowing. And that wasn't uncommon. They raised children back in the area where she was born in Putnam County to start working at an early age and also to have children to do the work. Well, she told me this plowing story. She started when she was 9, like I said. And one day she was plowing, and Grandpa had gone to get some more seed corn out of the crib. Well, she heard this noise up above, and she looked up, and it was a small plane, but she had never heard about a plane. No communication with the outside world. So she thought it was an angel, and she wanted to be next to her mom when the end of time come and the angels started. So she quit that plowing and started running to her mom as fast as she could. Well, this is another plowing story. One day she was plowing and they ran out of corn seed, and she went to the crib to get some seed for Grandpa, and she opened the door and there was a big black snake. Man, she wanted to be a hero. So she got something and she killed that big black snake. Well, she got the seed corn and couldn't wait to get back and tell Grandpa what she had done. He weren't too happy because he had been in that crib to catch mice and rats so they wouldn't eat the corn. So she got a spanking that day. Back then, spankings weren't uncommon either. Well, she told me a story, an egg story, and I liked it. Eggs that back then were barter. You used them like money. So you didn't get to eat many eggs except Easter. You got some boiled eggs to eat. Well, she never got any candy except at Christmas, and they put a piece of candy in her stocking, and she was wanting some candy. So she had an idea. She decided she'd take her boiled eggs to the little general store where they were used like money, and she'd buy her some candy with it. That's what she did. When her grandma sent her to the store the next day, she took them boiled eggs and she bought her some candy. Well, she ate it on the way home because she didn't want her grandma to find out about that. She had other fun stories too, but I will go now into the age where young lady daughters at a very young age had their husbands chosen for them. Well, Mama was 14 and her parents decided it was time to choose her husband. So the neighbors next door had a young man, and his dad was a judge. So he believed in education, and he sent his son, when he was barely 19 or maybe before, to Dixie College, which now is Tennessee Tech University. Well, Mama's parents thought that was the right person for her. So she was chosen for my dad, and he was very happy about that because she was beautiful. She had these big blue eyes and dark hair, and so he was very happy, and she really didn't want to get married. But he had a sister her age, and she played in what they called then a playhouse. And my mom played in the playhouse with her until they found a little log house for them to move in. It had 2 rooms, and she actually fixed that little log house to be beautiful. Well, she made everything beautiful. Well, when they had their children and my sister became high school age, they moved to Cookville, which is a little town, so she could go to high school. And there, Mama got a job. She got a job in a flower shop. And she was so good making those flower arrangements that she bought her own little flower shop. But they had to mortgage their house for her to get enough money. Well, my daddy did not agree with that, but they did. And she started this little flower shop. And she was so successful that the little flower shop she got her first job in went out of business. But she loved doing those flowers, and she was able to pay for their and get all the necessities and things that she enjoyed and her children enjoyed to be comfortable with.